Hey everybody, what's up? It is Tuesday morning, 10:40 in the morning, and you know, I was thinking about doing this last night because I had watched the Angry Joe show and Angry Joe's review or thoughts on Star Wars coming back to theaters in 3D, and I thought to myself, maybe I should bring out a little bit more of what he brought out, a little bit more of that aggression about certain things that I like, but in a sense I don't like. I mean, the ADTV, the ICO there, CJ, he brings out some aggression too about some of the things he likes and doesn't like. So I figured, why not do the same thing? And that's what I'm going to do. You see, the one thing I want to bring out today is about last night's WWE Raw. Now, we all know that Cena lost to Wade Barrett thanks to Michael McGillicuddy and Husky Harris. We all know that. We all know that Cena now basically is part of Nexus, and if he doesn't do what Wade Barrett says, he's going to get fired. I think there's going to be a loophole there, perhaps, but if not, then basically what's going on here is we're playing the same old song and dance that we played over a year ago. That's right. Now, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. You see, over a year ago, almost 2 years now, but over a year ago, Shawn Michaels was put in a similar situation. See, nobody knew why Shawn Michaels had helped JBL win a match until it was revealed that Shawn Michaels was having financial problems. And JBL had offered to help him, but in turn, Shawn Michaels had to work for JBL and do what JBL said. In other words, Shawn Michaels became JBL's bitch, and so Shawn Michaels accidentally cost JBL a match for the World Heavyweight title to, believe it or not, none other than John Cena. This, of course, resulted in Shawn Michaels getting a match against JBL at No Way Out, with the stipulation that if Shawn won the match, he'd be free. If not, he would continue to work for JBL, or something like that. Well, Shawn won the match, and thus he became free of his obligation. Now, why do I say it's the same old song? Now, why am I saying this in relation to Nexus and Barrett? Nexus, Barrett, and Cena? Because it's the same thing. Technically, it's the same thing. Now, Cena could have easily took Barrett and said, could have easily acted like he was going to walk off, call Barrett over, could have, dumped him right over the top rope by suckering him in, and then win the battle royal. He could have done that. But no, it's the same thing. The only difference is that his job's on the line. If he doesn't do what he says, he's going to be fired. Now, what I see happening here, though, that could make it a little bit more different, is a lot of people are assuming John Cena is going to try to destroy them from within. In other words, he may not be able to physically destroy them, but he may be able to mentally destroy them. Now, I'm not going to be surprised if John Cena does cost Wade Barrett the match to Randy Orton, because giving Randy a 2-month reign, if you will, to WWE's eyes, probably won't be the best option. I mean, if they do, they do, but I don't know. But anyway, that's what it sounds like to me. And you know what? You know why I'm sounding off on this? You know why I'm saying this? You know why I'm comparing it to Shawn Michaels or JBL? It's because it's the same fucking story. Excuse my language, but it's the same fucking story. It might have a little bit of a twist in it. It might end differently. It might have like I said, different twists here and there. And it might end differently, but it's the same fucking story. I mean, heck, you can even compare it to maybe Kurt Angle when he joined the Alliance, only to betray them a few weeks later. Don't you get it? This is nothing more. This is similar to both those stories in a way. come on, honestly. Do you think for one single solitary second the WWE is going to let that franchise player, the face of the company, the Hulk Hogan of this generation, do you think they're going to want him to be part of a group of people, of a group of rookies that nobody really knows of? Do you think they're going to want that to last forever? No. The only reason they're doing this now is because when you take a look at maybe 10 years ago, it was similar with the WCW, ECW alliance. Okay? They seemed to get momentum as they were heading into the final months. Right? They had momentum going into the final months. I mean, yeah, the Monday Night Raw after No Mercy that year was mainly a WWE night. But as the weeks progressed, the alliance, if you will, started to get more and more momentum. I mean, heck, Kurt Angle, who was supposed to be on Team WWE, went to the alliance, but we found out why. You know? I mean, things like that. And it was things like that that made you think the alliance was going to dominate, was going to win, until the last moment. Which I'm telling you, which is to me why it seems like it's the same old song and dance. When you combine this, when you go back and you look at situations of JBL and Shawn Michaels and the alliance, it's the same old song and dance. Now, why do I say it's the same old song and dance? Because it's been done before. You see, WWE needs to basically switch up. They need to make things original. Now, I'm sorry if I stop in between, but I'm thinking about what I've got to say. But they need to make things original. I mean, come on. It's like saying, you know, it's basically like for example, I have an E! True Hollywood Story episode that focuses on Saved by the Bell. And one of the people in charge of Saved by the Bell said when they would start to do the new class, they were basically, in a sense, repeating themselves. They were doing the same stories over and over again. They did them in the originals, but now they were doing it in the new class. And that, in a sense, is what killed the new class. Yeah, it lasted for a while. I'm not saying it didn't, but in a sense, that's what ended it in the long run. I mean, if they would have kept things original and fresh with every week, every Saturday, there's no doubt in my mind new class would have probably still be on today. But because they kept repeating themselves, that's what killed it. And that's what WWE is doing essentially. I know you're thinking, well, TNA is doing the same thing. Yeah, no. Here's the thing about TNA. TNA may be doing stories similar to what WWE did in the past, but they're doing it in a way that everybody can enjoy, despite how you feel about them. What WWE is doing is basically using the same old song and dance. As like I said in my video yesterday about why Nexus is still around. They're still around because they gotta establish stars, and they're basically the NXT Season 1 rookies still doing their training, still being prompted, still being trained, if you will. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's why this Nexus is still around. To give them a bigger platform to continue their training on. But again, the whole thing with Barrett and Cena is just the same old story. Think of something original. I mean, I know a lot of people are out there thinking, oh boy, this is the opportunity we've been waiting for. John Cena's going to turn heel. Whoopee! Bad news. Ain't going to happen. You know why? I'll tell you why. John Cena's not going to turn heel because he's the moneymaker, he's the face of the company, he's the franchise player, and kids and women like him. Alright? I mean, people are reporting that people left the arena after he lost to Barrett. Mostly kids were leaving because their parents saw him crying. It's not going to last much longer, and don't think he's going to turn heel. What I see basically being played out is if he does main event WrestleMania with Randy Orton, it's not going to be because he's a heel. It's not going to be because he's part of Nexus. No. It's going to be just like Warrior, Hogan, Rock, Austin. They're going to main event each other. There's going to be two baby faces, an anti-hero and a hero going at it. That's what it's going to be, whether you want to hear it or not. Because basically this is just the same old song and dance. I mean, when you think about it, when Hulk Hogan took on The Rock at WrestleMania 18, Hulk Hogan got cheered. He was basically cheered as the hero, and Rock was booed as the villain, and sometimes cheered as the hero. So basically, essentially, you had hero versus hero. The same month at Backlash, you had hero versus hero when it came to Triple H and Hulk Hogan. Don't you get what I'm saying? The same thing's probably going to happen down the line. That's why WWE is doing this. See, they want to get Nexus individually separated soon, so that when WrestleMania comes around, they can choose who out of Nexus deserves to be in it. And that's why this whole thing's repeating itself, just like with, and that's why it's basically repeating the same storyline as Wade Barrett and Shawn Michaels. As well as the Alliance. Give them momentum, make it look like they're unstoppable, and then in the end, either the bragging rights or the Survivor Series, kill it. That's what you do. You kill it. Because you've accomplished your goal. But to me, again, it just sounds like WWE is repeating the same old story time after time after time after time after time after time, and it's getting ridiculous. I know I've never come out and really ranted about this or talked about this, but after reading about last night, oh, and by the way, if I don't do a lot of Raw reviews in the next few weeks, it's because I'm probably not going to watch Raw, because it's the same old story unless something interesting happens. I mean, I am a WWE fan, I'm a Raw fan, but this is bullshit, okay? This is bullshit right now. They need to stop with this, let's repeat the same storyline but with different characters deal. Ain't gonna work. And I guarantee you, you know what's gonna happen? The GM's gonna be revealed throughout this. It's finally going to be revealed who the GM is, and it's going to be revealed that that GM has been associating themselves with Nexus because they want power. That's what it is. I guarantee you we're going to find out who the GM is throughout all this. But the truth is, WWE needs to stop with doing the same old song and dance and repeating themselves. They need to do originality. They need to freshen up. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry if I ranted there. I haven't had a good rant on wrestling or anything in a while. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm right about it. If not, tell me what you believe is going to happen. And I'll talk to you all later. Have a good day. God bless. Peace out. Response if you want to in video. It's cool with me.